What's up, everybody? This is Rob from Healthy You, where we help busy entrepreneurs, high-end professionals, and executives crush their insulin resistance, lose weight, and regain their energy. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little more today about what happens in your body when you have blood sugar spikes and when you eat sugary and carb-filled foods, and why it's not necessarily a bad thing, but how it can get out of control over time. So let's just get right into it. So if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, you will know that I do, the blood sugar videos where I test certain foods, against my blood sugar and see pretty much like how it affects my body, how big the blood sugar spikes are, all of that good stuff. And I think that's important for a lot of you guys to see so you know how different foods affect your blood sugar and which foods don't affect your blood sugar as much. It gives you some education. I can sort of be your test dummy in a way. So one of the foods that I recently tested was these, hold on, let me see if I can put it in the camera, focus. There you go. These apple cider vinegar donut holes. And the ingredients on these are pretty terrible. I don't know if you can see that. I'm putting in the camera for you. There we go. So 290 calories for only 3 donut holes, by the way, and 15 grams of fat, almost 40 grams of carbs, and almost 20 grams of sugar for only 3 donut holes. So pretty bad. And what I usually do is, I'll have some of the food and I'll see how it affects my blood sugar. However, I think what goes out of context is everybody sort of freaks out when I have a large blood sugar spike. And I kind of want to break down in this video exactly what happens in the body as you see, with these blood sugar spikes. Because obviously when I had this, I had almost a 60 milligram blood sugar spike. My blood sugar went from 80 milligrams to almost 140. I think it was like 137 milligrams per deciliter. But either way, I'll have it posted right here so you can see the exact blood sugar spike. This is what happens when you have a large sugary snack. Here's your blood sugar baseline. So, when you're fasting or before you've eaten something, this is what your blood sugar looks like. It's going to look more like a squiggly line, but this is essentially what it looks like. And when you have something like apple cider vinegar donut holes, your blood sugar is going to spike high, up to here. 50, 60, 70, 80 points, way higher than it should, right? When you have normal food, you get a more moderate glucose spike, like maybe 10, 20, 30 points at the most. And then it comes back down. Insulin is a hormone, right, that helps bring blood sugar out of the bloodstream and shuttle it to different cells in the body for energy. So insulin's job is to make sure that your blood glucose levels stay stable around this baseline right here and to help fuel your body of glucose, your cells. So when you have a large blood glucose spike like this, your pancreas, it goes into overreaction. Your body has an overreaction and overcorrects. It secretes a lot more insulin than it would in this case, and it brings your blood glucose straight down. It honestly crashes it well below baseline, right? And this is where you're going to start to have a lot of the, here we go. Oh, I can't move it, sorry. Triggers the sugar and carb cravings. Okay? It triggers the sugar and carb cravings, and this is what's going to make you want to eat more. When you have the sugar and carb cravings and you eat more, you're essentially going to have another one of these and another blood sugar crash. And over time, your baseline moves further and further and further upwards. Because as you gain more fat, as you start to put on weight, your insulin levels begin to rise and your blood glucose baseline begins to rise. And as a result, your blood sugar spikes begin to rise because your body, your insulin can no longer handle the glucose load. Let me show you another image that actually illustrates what I just said much better. Another graph that kind of illustrates more about what I'm talking about, which is you have your normal baseline where your body wants to be, a baseline and where it prefers to have its blood sugar spikes to have normal metabolism, normal, metabolic activities within the body. However, when you eat large amounts of refined carbohydrates full of saturated fat and calories, here's the blood sugar remaining from your previous meal going down. Your blood sugar spikes from the temporary feeling good and energized, right? Insulin shuttles sugar from the blood to the cells. And then you have the blood sugar crash. And now you're going to grab another snack to make you feel better. Now your blood sugar spikes again. Insulin again shuttles sugar from the blood to your cells. You have another crash, and you grab another snack to make you feel better because your blood sugar's low or lower than the baseline. And you keep, and the cycle repeats itself. And because of the blood sugar roller coaster, you're going to have more hunger, more mood swings, sugar and carb cravings, energy crashes, and depression. And this is what your blood sugar looks like continuously, and your body continues to break down over time. This is how pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes happens. Overconsumption of calories, refined carbs, saturated fats. And you obviously weight gain. But I hope this makes sense, because you want your blood sugar to more look like a steady wave instead of large peaks and valleys like this. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. In itself, insulin, your blood sugar aren't the enemies, because when you eat normally and when you eat good, proper food, everything does its job the way it's supposed to, right? You have a normal blood sugar spike that'll go up 10, 20, 30 points, and it'll come right back down, and your blood sugar is going to stay around its baseline and look like little waves throughout the day. The problem comes about when you start eating calorie-dense, sugar, saturated, fat-filled foods, and you start having peaks and valleys. And this is where everything starts to go awry and go out of whack. Okay? So that's important to understand. It's not that any particular food or any particular thing in the body is bad. Everyone thinks, oh, your blood sugar needs to be super low, insulin is the devil. It's not. Your body needs these things in order to operate properly. If they do not operate properly, your health will decline, and worse off, if it doesn't operate properly, you're in the case of a type 1 diabetic where your insulin doesn't work. You could find yourself in life-threatening situations. Your body needs these things. The problem is when you begin to mistreat your body with your lifestyle. That's where things go awry. That's important to understand. Okay? But if you want more help in sort of knowing what foods to eat and better combating this, please watch all my content. I have a lot of content on things that you can use to, properly input healthier habits into your lifestyle so you can combat insulin resistance properly. But I hope this video helps you. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I post a lot more on those platforms and a lot of short, sort of real shorts type content on there. And also, I just post way more info there as well. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Please follow me for more.